Alright, YouTube, we are reacting to Pretty Boy Glow, one of the strangest internet characters. Yeah.
Have you seen this man before? This man goes by the online alias of Pretty Boy Glow, or KDG, or Cash Over Clout. And those are just to name a few. But no matter the name, what really defines this man is his looks. The sucked in cheeks, the dress.
Yo, this nigga kills me when I used to see him.
Light haircut.
I don't know why he's always sucking his cheeks so much in like that, bro. Nah, his pictures used to kill me, man.
And that menacing stare. He's an Instagram content creator that has many accounts posting about his life and his antics, with him starting to create content around 2013, 10 years ago. Another form of media he creates is music. He's a SoundCloud rapper, though he isn't very good at it. I came across this guy about 2 years ago when he blew up on TikTok and Instagram for those defining looks. Only recently did this man come back on my radar when a few followers suggested that I take a look into this man, and look into this man I did. He has over 10,000 posts across 10 plus social media accounts, spanning a period of over a decade, and I've gone through nearly all of them. On the surface level, he may seem a bit strange, but once you dig below that surface layer, things start to get dark. It led me down a rabbit hole, giving me questions like, what's wrong with him? How does he have so much money? In this video, we'll go over this man's...
Why is his hair like that,
trying
bro?
to answer these questions and more, to try and figure out why this man is the way he is, and why he does the things that he does. This is an investigation into Pretty Boy Glow, one of the internet's strangest characters.
See the Henny, man. You don't remember what they say? On the boat. They go say, hey, I'm dead off with
Oh, hell no.
Dope.
As I said, this man has been creating content
Yo, what's good,
for over a
Con?
decade. And to get a real look at this man, let's go over his post from the very beginning. But before that, let's take a look at his bio and see what he can tell us about this man. A bio is meant to be a brief summary in the end. We see links to his other accounts, his Twitter, SoundCloud, and YouTube. But we also see some inspirational quotes. Looking like money, talking like money, walking like money, riding like money.
How you doing? I'm doing
money.
good. What
There we
about
go.
you?
I want money. What motivational words. The very first post on his Instagram is a picture of himself, posted on the 14th of July 2012, 12 years ago. He looks normal in contrast to the first pictures that I showed. Smiling, not...
You want me, bro? Do this, bro. Oh my god, this nigga's so... I swear, every time I see this nigga's face, I just can't stop laughing, bro. Where you from? I'm from Ireland. I'm from Ireland.
Boggling at the camera, but his dress sense is somewhat similar. This change in physical countenance may show that something in his life has changed from then to now. Of course, age plays a factor, but we'll get into that a bit later. As we scroll a bit further up, we see that Glow likes to show his material possessions, mainly green and cash. But the cash he's showing isn't that much. Most of the time it's below $500. A Gucci belt here and there, but pay attention to that belt. It will show up in a lot of posts later on. We see posts that resemble that of a 12-year-old school posting with...
The fuck is he on, bro?
It will show up in a lot of posts later on. We see posts...
Oh my gosh, what is this nigga? I just want to know, because you're definitely not liking my... The nigga replying, you the homie. Yo, this nigga kills me, bro. What age are you?
That of a 12-year-old school kid.
I'm not unk. That's all I have to tell you.
It was a big throwback seeing that. I knew a few blokes that used to do that when I was 12, but in Glow's case, he would have been close to 20 years old at that time. Posting that is quite strange. He posted a picture of his license on his Instagram, showing his age and location. Real name, Keddy Oliver, born on the 2nd of October, 1997. Also, a resident of Westbury, New York. This would currently make him 27 years of age. He's also 5'5", which is stated...
How old do you think I am?
He also posted a screenshot of a Twitter post, which reads as such. 5'5" with a big penis. He's built like a Mario Goomba. His posts start to ramp up around 20.
This nigga's weird, bro.
Posting his freestyles, more material possessions, and some potential criminal activities. I said that his musical ability isn't that good, but you can have a listen for yourself. Art is subjective after all.
I'm a grown ass man, using guap as a face fan.
What the hell is that, bro?
Bitch, I'm bent up. Pee my neck and wrist, that shit on glitz, that shit on froze.
We first hear him speak around October, the 3rd to be precise, the day after his birthday. He's drinking a bottle of
like
Hennessy
18?
and yapping about Nish.
I don't know, man.
Have a listen.
You better be open, boy. You already know what it is. Sipping some Henny, man. Better give your bitch some Henny, dick.
He's the type of nigga, he probably would have been posting, do you know them boomerangs? You know the boomerang meme niggas used to do when they would like, anywhere he goes, they'll post a boomerang of the same song. I feel like he would have actually did that shit in real life.
Man, my birthday ain't over, boy. PG shit, man. See the Henny, man. Better give your bitch some Henny, dick, boy. You know what it is, PBG shit, man.
What?
Just count wild all day, boy.
I stated that he posted some potentially illegal activities. By that, I mean he posts pictures and videos of a garage, by the looks of it, with a caption saying that he's at a trap house, but it's yet to be determined if it is a trap house, and if so, what comes out.
See what I
With all
mean?
those designer
Nigga, like,
items
just
and
headed
fair
to my-
amount of cash,
yo.
It poses our first question. How does he get all this money? Further up, we get a better taste of his outfits, with all of them following the same pattern, 2014 Chicago, more specifically, Chief Keef. In some of Keddy's Insta posts, he has Chief Keef playing in the background, and sometimes it's Fredo Santana, another rapper from Chicago. Perhaps these rappers are his idols, that's why he dresses like that? If I didn't tell you he was from New York, a lot of you would have probably guessed that he was from Chicago. If he aspires to be like them in a dress sense, perhaps he also aspires to be like them in other ways, perhaps trapping and leaning. We'll link that to the board. As we scroll up again, we see that he posts multiple phones, iPhones 4 and 5s, which could be used as trap phones. But I have another theory. A lot of his early posts, before he started to blow up, only had 3 or 4 likes, which were all liked by himself on alternate accounts. Instagram nowadays has a quick swap
This nigga has no motion, bro.
account feature, where in 2 clicks you can be signed in to your other account. But back in 2015, Instagram never had that feature, and you would have had to manually sign in into your other account, which would have taken a minute or 2. But my theory for all of them phones is purely for the purpose of liking his own Instagram posts. From my theory, we can deduce that Keddy is a very ego-driven character, having to give himself attention when others
Bro,
don't.
this board is so
This
fed,
is
bro.
further backed by himself being his own wallpaper. I think that is such an egotistical thing to do. From more posts upwards, we see that he lives in a really dirty, rundown room, where his walls aren't painted, the floor is covered in muck, and it's an all-round pigsty. This could be a dirty trap house, or just his dirty room. As we can see from the flooring on a post even further up, he says that it was an old apartment, which probably means that his house is just dirty, and maybe the trap house never even existed. In June 2019, he posted himself drinking lean to promote his new single, Sipping on That Lean.
On that lean, sipping on that lean.
I don't know how many more times I want to play this sound,
But
bro.
judging by the viscosity of the liquid and its colour, it's probably not lean, and most likely NyQuil. This starts to beg the question, is Keddy Oliver really about that life? And by that I mean, does he trap? Does he pop pills and get faded? Does he follow in Chief Keef's footsteps? Or is it all a facade to promote his SoundCloud, to persuade his followers that he's a dangerous man that partakes in a dangerous
You
lifestyle?
know what I feel? I feel like he used to actually take this serious, but I don't know if he still posts now, but if he does it in a joking way, because he knows it's gonna get him like interactions. Because he deadass blew up, I think, a while back because of like the pictures. So I feel like he uses that to capitalize off it now. That's what I feel like if he's still posting.
Don't know why he wants to be like that, but we have a pretty good case for both sides of the argument so far. Around the same year, Glow flexes some chains on the gram, stating that he knows some of them are fake, but one of them is 14 karat gold.
The chains are cheap. One of them is straight 100% authentic, 14 carats. Don't give a fuck. But I'm just saying this is for all my bitches, and I do not play those hard games. You dig? Pretty boy Glow over and out.
Well, it turns out they are all fake. All of them are on Alibaba or Temu for like 5 doubloons. This links back to our lifestyle question. From our first post, we see that Keddy used to be skinny, but nowadays he's a bit chungus. It's probably due to the amount of takeaway food that he eats. Chicken wings, pizza, lasagna for some reason. It's probably the 3rd most common post on his page. And when he records the food, he lets out the most flamboyant sound I've ever heard.
Is this nigga, yo, the nigga is the original Jay Boolin, bro. This is the original Jay Boolin, man. What the hell?
Yum.
Going through these food videos, I found out that Keddy has the ability to speak another language, which surprised me a bit. I'm not sure what language it is. I think it's some form of French, be that Creole or Québécois, but I think it's French.
Juste Florida, juste Boston. Yo tout à fait manger pour nous. Pour nous. Repeat, pour nous. Got un bel thé poisson yo fait pour tonton.
I don't even know what the heck
Pour nous
he's
tout
saying.
qu'à manger.
I thought that was quite impressive for a guy that gets high all day, posts his outfits in his room, and does nothing really. I was starting to think that he was smarter than I first assumed. He must have had an auntie or grandma that taught him the language when he was young. However, learning a second language at a young age doesn't necessarily indicate intelligence. Rather, it reflects factors like exposure, environment, and resources. Children who grow up in multilingual households or communities often pick up multiple languages naturally, as they are immersed in them daily. This exposure
True.
means that the ability to speak more than one language comes from frequent use and necessity, rather than a measure of intelligence. Moreover, children have a unique capacity for language acquisition, making it easier for them to learn multiple multiple languages without deliberate effort or study. Intelligence involves a broad set of cognitive skills, including problem solving, critical thinking, and creativity, which are separate from language acquisition. Thus, while speaking multiple languages is a
Why
valuable
is he
skill,
smoking
it alone is
cigarettes,
not a
though?
direct indicator of intelligence, but rather of circumstances and early learning opportunities. During COVID, Keddy decided to post his income from the stimulus payments, a down payment to nearly all residents of the United States, as a way of jumpstarting the economy. This was normal, but the card he uses is a Direct Express card. From my research, it's likely that Globe gets some form of federal payments, as stated on the official fiscal website of the US.
Bro, this is so
Direct
fair, I won't
Express
lie.
Debit MasterCard is a way to get your federal benefits, even if you do not have a bank account. No need to cash a check or carry cash. No credit check to get the card. No need to keep a minimum balance on the card. Federal benefit payments, such as Social Security, Supplemental Security Income, and Veterans, are required to receive your payments electronically. You must either have the money deposited directly to a bank account or credit union account, or get your money each month on a Direct Express prepaid debit card.
Bro, this nigga is dead. Like, this is so.
June 2013. This was right after Quinn.
I don't know. This
The
is.
family was supposed to be for a little, but after the pandemic, around 2022.
This is a bit too much. Let's see. Kenny goes big.
Wow, I did not know you were gonna do that.
R-A-P-S-C-A-R.
Got it up again, that bitch. She trying to have my seed. She trying to have a fucking twin. Put a bitch
This nigga.
As I said, Keddy started to blow up around 2022. When I mean blow up, he was getting more likes than just those from his alt accounts. It was April, to be precise. The reason he started to get traction was because of his looks, poses and outfits. That's the reason why
That's-
most people
yeah.
are probably watching this video. And started
This
to-
nigga used to always be like this. Every time.
As he blew up, he started to get weirder and weirder. The stare got more intense, his haircut got more clown-like, and the beard got scruffier. With this demeanour and visage, people started to make slides with him posted as fuck, and Silent Hill music playing in the background, which suggested there was something off with him, like Silent Hill's protagonist, James Sunderland. The notorious Mary's letter got stuck to him. I'll read it in the way in which the line is stated. In my restless dreams, I see that town. Silent Hill. You promised me you'd take me there again someday, but you never did. Well, I'm alone there now, in our special place, waiting for you to come to see me, but you never do. This is now posted by fans on nearly every post of his Instagram account. It wasn't only his looks that got stranger, it was also his actions. As we saw at the
What'd he
start,
do?
he had his socials on there, which includes his Twitter, and on that site, well, it's not very family friendly to say the least.
Oh, hell no.
If you get what I mean. If you do choose to take a gander, don't say I didn't warn you. You can use your imagination if you feel so inclined. Around the time of his sudden social media boom, his interactions with fans started to increase.
Nigga said Krusty Hill zesty boy, man. Why is he look? He's just niggas pouting, bro.
As you would expect. But these interactions would go on to damn this man to hell. 2 years ago, a Reddit user by the name of Aiden posted a compilation of screenshots of DMs that showed Keddy allegedly asking
Send some. Oh my gosh, I'll send some back. I'm 15 though, but we can keep it a secret. Is that all right? I bet. Oh my gosh. Ew, 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 ew. Why you showing a see? Yo, this nigga. Yo, these nah.
fans posing as 15-year-olds for nudes. With
Send me some first if you bought it. Okay, you don't care if I'm. Lol, I'm. Yo! What? I thought you were. I liked older guy. Just send some pics. Yo, this nigga's getting desperate, bro. Who knew this nigga was a PDF?
Keddy himself saying that he was 17, when at the time he was 25. According to some of the comments in the post 15-year-olds were actually boys. This then led to a new tagline of
Glow, if you're an NC, bring me some. I'm gonna need y'all to send me. Oh my god. What's wrong with this nigga, bro? Yo, this nigga's tweaking, bro.
Pedo Boy Globe. Him pretending to be 17 years old makes it even worse. It begs the question, is this his first time doing stuff like this? Has he done it in person? Is it safe for him to be around kids? He's gone from rapping about fucking bitches, getting money, hating gays, and now we see the total opposite. He's sending nudes to little boys, allegedly, not getting money, and being gay himself. So far, we've seen some weird stuff, but this stuff is just fucked. Why Keddy chooses this age is probably due to the fact that he graduated high school at 17, which he constantly mentions. Perhaps it's his proudest achievement and most honourable achievement in life. This makes it even worse for our case against Keddy, as he's openly stated his homophobia, following in the drill footsteps, but now it's an open and closed case pretty much. What also backs this theory is, by the looks of it, a young girl with her fingernails painted with the words Keddy on them. When commenters questioned the age of the girl, he said, "Don't worry."
Oh, this don't work. Oh my gosh, what's wrong with this nigga, bro?
The caption states, "I love my snow bunnies and my snow bunnies love me." Following the rise in subpar fame, he starts to post fan mail that he gets from DMs. They're all terrible drawings that are more like caricatures than actual pieces of idolization. But nonetheless, he starts to wallow in this attention that he now gets. When he only used to get 2 likes on posts, he used to brag about his insights, like the amount of impressions he got on his posts. And now he gets over 50 times that, making it something of a standing ovation to himself. Maybe he thinks that he blew up because of his music and avid lifestyle. Perhaps that's why he wallows in it. But any attention that this man gets, as seen with the old impression post, he seems to indulge himself in. It can show that this man has quite a large ego, as if having yourself as your wallpaper wasn't enough. Or it could be because of a lack of attention he got from others before he started his social media journey. As I said before, his stares started to become more blank, resembling more of the 1,000-yard stare rather than just a pose. It was a bit off before this, the looks and the style and what have you, but many think that Keddy started to smoke synthetic green rather than actual green, which is commonly
Bro,
known
this
as
nigga's
spice,
face
which
kills
makes
me
it
every
really
time. I don't know
slight
why,
in
bro.
appearance and his mug. Why would he willingly choose to smoke spice? Well, there's several reasons. Maybe he accidentally laced himself, buying bad product. It's oftentimes cheaper. Maybe he had a prior addiction to something harsher and smokes that now instead. However, real green is legal in New York, and it would be a lot easier to get approved green than to get spice, when there are 2 highly rated dispensaries in Westbury, where Keddy lives, but obviously it will be a lot more expensive. On the other hand, Keddy supposedly has a lot of cash to splash, so why wouldn't he just spare the few bob and get the stuff which he knows is clean? He does smoke those Cali packs every now and then, as shown by his posts, but oftentimes he just smokes stuff from big baggies with no labels. This leads me to believe that he doesn't smoke it because it's cheaper, and that he doesn't smoke it because he had any prior addictions. I believe that he accidentally laced himself, and he got hooked onto the stuff. Spice is deadly stuff. The user can never really tell what it's been laced with unless a chemical analysis has been done beforehand. It's a very risky game to play, and it can make you insane, which is why many viewers believe that's why he does what he does, and that's why he looks the way he does. This leads us perfectly to the next segment. After continual posting, Keddy took a break from posting for nearly 8 months. Out of the blue. His posts up until that point were the average yum videos, the stares, what have you. After the 8-month break, he posted a picture in a new location, not yet seen before, with pictures of him and other people. The one with the lanyard seems to be some kind of nurse. I was slightly unsure as to what had happened until Keddy posted a picture with a caption, "Views from the psych ward." It seems as if our character has been sectioned,
man.
and perhaps this is because of that spice theory previously mentioned. This segment I like to call the breakdown. Views from the psych ward.
Well, from what I've heard, he definitely wasn't alright, but we'll see. It's fun.
Silence, leading fans to assume the worst. Either dead, jail, or worst of all, Keddy had given up on trying to become a social media star. But the reason for his disappearance was revealed on the 12th of March of this year. It was a picture of him and some others in costume, and by the looks of it, a nurse. The caption stated "Views from the psych ward," which was one of the outcomes that many people did not expect, but perhaps wanted to see for his own sake. The reason for his sectioning is unknown. Perhaps a family member requested it. Maybe he got arrested again and that was his punishment. Maybe he had an outburst on the spice. Who knows? But whatever it was, it's probably for the best. However, I have my own theory and analysis. I think his relentless pursuit of trying to make it as a rapper played a big part in his breakdown. Trying to be like Chief Keef. Trying to be like 2014 Chicago. It's all he posts about. It's all he desires by the seams of it. A character I like to compare him to is Willie Loman from Arthur Miller's play, The Death of a Salesman. Willie Loman, the protagonist of Arthur Miller's Death of a Salesman, represents the tragic embodiment of the American dream gone awry. His character is defined by a relentless pursuit of success, fueled by societal pressures and his deep-seated insecurities. Willie's obsession with material success blinds him to the more meaningful aspects of life, such as genuine relationships and personal contentment. His delusions about his own abilities and his misguided belief in popularity as the key to success led him to alienate his family, particularly his sons Biff and Happy. Through Willie, Miller critiques a capitalist society that equates self-worth with professional achievement, exposing the devastating impact of such a mindset on the individual and their loved ones. Ultimately, Willie's tragic downfall lies in his inability to reconcile his dreams with reality, leaving a legacy of unfulfilled aspirations and fractured connections. Keddy's American dream seems to be making it as a rapper, being like Chief Keef, and it seems like he's been blinded to the most important things that really matter in life, like happiness and social relationships. Of course, money is important, but being a rapper is one of many career choices. He doesn't seem to have much of those things that I mentioned, like happiness and social relationships. The only person he posts about in the end is his mother. Maybe he became so involved in making it, he lost it, just like Willie. I'll link this to the board. It is yet to be determined if Keddy is still in there, as he posts pictures in the same location, with those waiting room chairs, that reinforced glass, the rundown entrance with the rotted wood. It really does look like something out of a horror game. And with the psych ward comes a potential source of more federal benefits, some kind of mental disability payment that can help Keddy out, but I think he'll just spunk it on food delivery and green. Hopefully he gets the help he needs. But then again, he is seemingly lucid in a lot of the decisions that he makes. As it turns out, the place Keddy is staying is a rehabilitation centre. I won't say the name as I don't really want to dox him, but it's rehab. It's not a psych ward, but it's still a place where you go if you're to break down. That pretty much covers all of Eddie. The last thing I want to mention is some supposed fights that he got into. Around the time of his blowing up, he apparently got into a lot of fights. Maybe it's because of the noncing, but who knows? All I know is that it was trending on TikTok at one point. Right, let's go over the board.
I want to see
if we can answer those questions that I posed.
Okay, so what did we learn about Pretty Boy Glow, aka Keddy Oliver? Okay, so we found out his name was Keddy Oliver, and he was born on the 2nd of October, 1990.
Yeah, we are not going through the freaking board. But that was interesting, man. WV.